How's it going? Today's topic of the video, being yourself. Yeah, we're going there today. We're going there today. I just wanted to let you know that we're going. It's so disheartening seeing people not allowing themselves to just be free, right? I feel like we all kind of put this umbrella over ourselves that stunts us from allowing us to just be our true selves. And that could be based off of the way that we were raised, based off of the environment that we're in, or based off of the people that we surround ourselves by, right? Most of the time, like, you see it due to how somebody was raised, right? They were sort of looked down on, looked at in a specific way if they tried to do certain things that they liked, right? It was frowned upon or just was talked down on. And doing that year after year to like a kid, bruh, as they're growing up, man, you're just gonna have a bunch of adults that just have low self-esteem, dog. Right? A lot of people that are just afraid to just be themselves. So what do? They try to do all these things that allow them to fit in, right? Like what is cool that everybody else is doing, right? Let me do that, right? What's cool that everybody's wearing? Let me buy that, right? What is cool that everybody's listening to? Let me listen to that, right? It's a whole like state of just trying to fit in, and it sucks because a lot of people don't even realize how unique they really are. Out of all the billions of people on this planet, right, we can agree, right? We can all agree that there's never been anybody on this earth ever like you before, nor will there ever be anybody on this earth that is like you. We are all different down to a T, man, down to our fingerprints, dog. Like, not one other person, not even our closest relative, brother, sister, mother, father, whatever, not even them, not even they are like us, right? We are all different and unique in our own different ways, and God has given us different skills, different abilities that other people don't possess, right? So for me, right, I may be able to play basketball like pretty decently, right? Like I'm not a shitty player, but I'm not a great player, okay? But compared to somebody else, right, that maybe just didn't have the genetics or maybe just never got into it, right? They aren't as good at basketball as I am. And that's saying something because it's like, I'm not even really that good, right? But there's other people out there that I am better than, right? And it's no knock to them, but it's just an understanding that like we all have different skill sets, right? So that person that may not be good at basketball, like I am, okay, well, I don't know why I'm talking myself up. I'm not even that good, but somebody who I might be better at slightly, right, in basketball, they could be a complete genius, right, when it comes to mathematics, right? And I'm no genius when it comes to mathematics, so you understand where I'm going. Like, everybody has something, right? But we're just in a time frame where people don't know how to unlock it. People don't know how to understand themselves. People don't get who they are. And I will tell you this based off of my experience, man, adulthood is literally you finding out who you have been all along, and it's you going back to your roots, going back to things that brought you joy, right, as a kid. So for me, it was, being creative, just creating. Like, when I was younger, dog, I loved to just like make YouTube videos. I loved to just stop motion, Lego stop motion, bro. I was just like, I was on that shit, dog. It was ass, but you know what I mean? Like, I was passionate about it and I loved it. And somewhere along the lines, I kind of like fell out with it, right? And I started trying to do other things that didn't really match my style. I was still content creating, right? But I was doing things that I thought other people might like, right? Instead of honing in on things that I enjoyed making, I enjoyed creating, right? So I just started going down a rabbit hole of like, oh my God, this hair's in my fucking mouth. Just down a rabbit hole of things that I wasn't passionate about, and I lost my ways with it, right? But in time, I've slowly started to find things that I like doing and enjoy doing, and it's brought me so much joy. Like, it's like the inner child within me has a new spike in their happiness, right? Like, and I speak about this like a lot to people who are close to me, man. I feel like we all have like, oh my God, it's such a deep rabbit hole, but I feel that we have an inner child within us that comes out every now and then, right? And you can feel when they're there, when you're uncomfortable in situations, when you feel awkward, when you don't know what to do in certain situations. It's like you feel weird. You don't feel comfortable in your skin, right? And that's your inner child coming out, like basically taking control of the vessel that you run, right? Because this is where I'm going at with this, right? I feel like we have a higher power. We got what is it? An inner child, right? This higher power, it knows all the good things, right, that we need to do. It's on top of the game, right? It's like the adult within us, right? It's the one that's going to get shit done, the disciplined one, the motivated one, right? And then you got the inner child in you that is used to comfortability, used to just, being a specific way, right? And as you kind of do this, right, with your higher power, when you start self-improving, when you start doing things to better yourself, right, yourself, like your inner child is trying to play catch up with it, right? So that's why you find a lot of times where you're like, you feel off, you feel like weird and shit. And I don't know how to explain it. It's just such a weird, like, phenomenon. Is that the right word? I have no idea. But essentially where I'm going at with this is like, it's easy to like lose yourself in that, right? Because then you really don't know, like, what the fuck, like, what you start questioning, like, what is wrong with me? Like, what do I like? What is this? What is that? And you just start trying to look for different things that like you think align with you. And then you realize that certain things don't align with you, and then they make you either sad, mad, or they make you just feel like unfulfilled, right? And in this journey that I've kind of gone down, I've realized that it's just a lot of finding out what is it that I like doing, and why is it that I like doing these things, and why it's okay to feel and do those things, right? So for me, dude, there was a time where I would literally pull up to like a light, right? And I love music, right? I love fucking music. And I'll pull up to a light and I'd be so embarrassed, like, of whatever it is that I'm listening to. So I'll turn the shit down because I think other people around me are like gonna judge me for the shit that I'm listening to, right? And what I was doing, right, is stunting that inner child within me. I'm not letting that inner child within me like be comfortable in my skin, right? So I sort of create a I sort of create like a habit of just being uncomfortable in those kind of situations, right? So every time I go to a light now, I'm going to turn the volume down. I'm going to be uncomfortable in those situations. And what does that do? It stunts my inner child's growth. It doesn't allow for me to be comfortable within my own skin, right? And I've realized over time, it's like the way that you can slowly increase the growth of your inner child is doing the complete opposite of things, right? So that could be, if you're going to the light, right? For me, it was like, okay, I'm gonna leave the music up. I'm gonna roll the window down. I'm gonna just sit here, even if it makes me uncomfortable. Like, it makes me cringe in my skin. Like, I feel so weird, and I'm gonna do it anyways until I feel comfortable, right? And time after time and time and time again, right? I started doing that. I stopped caring. I stopped like looking around and like being like, are people looking at me? Are they listening to what I'm listening to? Like, just going in my head and shit. And I just started just doing it. Like, I left the music up because I like listening to the music. I'm in my zone. Like, I ain't tripping about what else is going on around me outside. Like, I'm in the zone. I'm listening to my music and I'm chilling. I'm vibing, right? And this is for me specifically, right? So for me, I've been finding different things that normally I'd be very uncomfortable with, like doing things in like public, just being myself, just being goofy, just being just me. I have cared so much about what people would say or have been thinking, so I would hold myself back, right? And when I was doing that, I wasn't letting the inner child within me grow. I wasn't letting him see the light of day. I wasn't allowing him to see, like, hey, like, it's okay to just be comfortable in my skin. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with me being goofy. There's nothing wrong with me fucking blasting my music. There's nothing with me like wanting to do these certain things that made me uncomfortable, right? And it's a repetition thing. Like, I've done it over and over and over and over again, and now I'm slowly coming into a point in my life where I'm like comfortable, and I'm just like, I don't even like care anymore about what other people are thinking of me. And it feels amazing. It feels beautiful, that I can just be me. I can wear what I want to wear. I can like just do things that I want to do and not feel like I'm being judged for it. Like, for example, there was this beanie that I had that, like, it's a beanie. It has like, it's like black and white. It's got like, fuck, where's that shit at? Hold on, let me get it. Hold on. All right. So this shit, right? This beanie, It's not even my beanie. It's my girl's beanie. But the old me would never have worn this, right? Maybe I would have worn it because, or when I'm like at home and shit, right? But like I fuck with this shit. This shit is hard, you know. Wherever my girl got this, this shit is tough, okay? But I like how it looks on me, right? And it's a different style. It's different. It's just different. And you know, in the beginning, like I wouldn't wear it out because I'm just like, I don't know, like it looks weird, right? Like it just kind of looks weird, so I wouldn't do it. But I remember, and this is like it was like literally like last month or like a month and a half ago, like when I went to work in the morning, I was just like, I looked at the hat and I'm just like, let me just throw that shit on. Like, let me just throw it on. I threw it on. I went to work. Nobody said anything. I actually got compliments, dog. I got like 3 or 4 compliments. People were like, that's a dope ass hat. Like, that's dope and shit. And what did it do? It brought like a sense of like warmness to that inner child within me. And it's like, huh, like I didn't get judged for this. Okay. Like I'm wearing something that like I'm cool with, you know? And it was something as little as that. And now I'm like, dude, I just wore this to the gym, dog. Like I'm chilling. Like I don't give a shit. And it's those little things that you do, right, that give that inner child within you like the comfortability to just relax, right? Because I feel like that's what's so hard about people and stuff today is people are so fixated on like what other people got going on. They can't be comfortable in their skin. It's hard to just be comfortable in their skin because they're so like worried about what somebody else might say, man. So my message to you, dog, fuck what anybody else might think about the things that you got going on. If you are a creator, if you make music, if you like clothing, whatever it may be, do what brings happiness to your soul, like your inner child, man. Like whatever you wear, whatever you sing, whatever you draw, whatever, just whatever, anything you create, anything you wear, just be you with everything. Oh my God, I'm kind of just like spitballing here. Let me come back a little bit. Don't be afraid to just do you. It's so cliche, I understand that it is, but it really doesn't get any simpler than that, dog. And I remember just seeing like videos, like, cause I would watch like self-improvement videos that talk about the same shit. And I'm just like, what do you mean just be you? Like just be you. It's, oh my God, whatever, like, you know too, right? There's something in you that you have that you're uncomfortable with doing in front of other people. You're uncomfortable showing other people because you're so afraid of what they think. Do the opposite of that. Do what makes you uncomfortable. Wear what makes you uncomfortable, right? I mean, don't get too crazy now. You know what I mean? Like, just do the opposite of that negative voice in your head. That negative voice that's telling you, nah, you're going to get judged for this, or like you look stupid, or you got to quiet that voice, man. And you got to be bigger than that voice. And you got to tell that voice in your head that, no, you're not going to tell me how I live my life. Like, this is how I'm going to do my shit. Bottom line, okay? Like, this is where we draw the line, buddy, okay? But just get comfortable in your skin, man. It's such a beautiful thing when you can go about your day and not trip about what other people are thinking of you. Like, oh my God, it feels like such a huge weight off my chest to just be able to just be myself. I used to, even in front of friends, family too, and stuff. And don't get me wrong, I still kind of catch myself in those moments too, where I kind of like hesitate a little bit, but it's 99% better than what it used to. Like, now I'm doing shit, I'm moving in ways that I want to move, and if people got shit to say, then I'm like, okay, like, it doesn't really bother me. Like, it has nothing to do with me. Like, either they're insecure that I'm comfortable in my skin, or they just genuinely don't rock with whatever I'm doing. And at the end of the day, that's okay, that's cool, right? All I can control is my life. All I can control is what's in front of me. And if I can create a reality that I can love and I can enjoy, and I can take care of those around me, then at the end of the day, who gives a fuck, right? So that's it, man. Just be yourself, love being yourself, learn to love yourself, and just keep going, dog. Ain't much simpler than that. Like you do what I'm talking about, like, for real, like. But stay gooeyes, okay? I love you.